Homily 55, on Thursday of the 6th week of Lent, commentary on the verses of the Lord's Prayer by St. John Chrysostom. Our Father, who are in the heavens. Interpretation. You call God Father, and you speak rightly, for He is Father and Creator to us all. But take care, child, to do works pleasing to God the Father, which are commanded in the Holy Gospel. But if you despise these things and occupy yourself with impure deeds, then it is plain that you are not calling upon God, but upon your father the devil, whose will you are doing. Therefore, strive to flee from these things and to please your true Father and Creator. And again, if you call God Father, child, live rightly, and you will please your Father, who is in the heavens. May your name be sanctified. Interpretation. What then is God not holy? He is indeed holy and most pure, for there is none holy like our God. But this is what is meant: may your name be sanctified in me. For Christ and we who are called Christians for the sake of His name are sanctified by His name. And if you honor His most pure name, then keep your soul pure from every sin, and correct yourself in good works befitting a son, and His name will be glorified in your purity. For the Lord said, people will see your good works and glorify your Father who is in the heavens. May your kingdom come. Interpretation. God is king, for the prophet said, God reigns over the nations, and He rules over all creation, visible and invisible. As a city besieged by enemies asks help from an earthly king, so we also, being surrounded by sinful powers and evil thoughts, pray that the grace of God may come upon us, to deliver us from evils, to reign within us, and to judge all things. For by doing good works we shall enter into His kingdom. May your will be done, as in the heavens. Interpretation. For according to His will in the heavens, the angels, without envy, in humility and in quietness, deeply glorify God. So also on the earth. Interpretation. On the earth also may people, doing good works as the gospel teaches, glorify God, our essential bread. Interpretation. This is both heavenly and earthly, for man is composed of soul and body. There is bodily bread, which is eaten, and there is the bread of the soul, which is the word of God. For the prophet said, man ate angelic bread, that is, unceasing glorification. Give us this day. Interpretation. If you ask for bread, pray to God not for riches, nor for tomorrow's food and drink, but only that you may receive what is needed today, and distribute the remainder to the poor. For by this you will find the judge merciful at the future judgment. And forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. Interpretation. This prayer is joined with a self-imposed curse. For the Lord said, if you bring your gift to the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there, go and be reconciled with him, and then come and offer your gift. For He did not say to remember any other sin at that hour, except anger and the keeping of wrongs in memory. If you truly have no enmity against anyone in your heart, and have forgiven those who offend you, and all who are under your hand and ask forgiveness of you, being fellow human beings like yourself, and have fed the hungry and fulfilled all that the Lord commanded in the gospel. Or if you have delivered a poor man from trouble, or done some other good deed, then you have prayed well, and you rightly ask forgiveness. But if you keep the memory of evil in your thoughts, then you have acquired a curse for yourself. O woe, you have begun to speak lies, and lies are from the devil, for he is the father of lies. And the Lord will destroy all who speak lies, according to prophecy. If you do not abandon anger and envy, and every kind of grudge-holding, nor forgive your debtors their offenses, or if you withhold wages from laborers, nor renounce shameful profit and tavern profit, and bribes from unjust judgment and every kind of robbery, neither will your sinful debts be forgiven you, for your own lips testify against you. And do not lead us into temptation or into affliction. Interpretation. For the Lord said, if anyone does my will and stretches out his hand to the poor in their afflictions, that one is my son, and affliction will not come near him, nor the torment of the age to come. It is not I, he says, who lead you into affliction, but your father the devil, whose works you do. And these are his works: blasphemy, slander, condemnation, quarreling, fighting, and the like. If you begin to suffer rightly, pray to God, and both visible and invisible afflictions will flee from you, and again you will be his beloved Son, and an heir to his heavenly kingdom. But deliver us from hostility. Interpretation: if Satan asks to scatter us, as he did of old with your disciples, or as with righteous Job, do not give him power over us. And if an evil man desires to tempt us or to offend us, do not give us into his hands, but cover us with your customary love for mankind.